Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. I inevitably have technical difficulties that prevent me from starting on time every single time. Um, but yeah, thank you all for showing up. We're going to be doing some drawing today. Actually, let me go ahead and uh, ping the Discord. How is everybody doing, by the way? Um, Good, I hope. Good to see everybody. Da, da, da. Actually copy this link. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. France throwing a baguette at Germany. That seems very doable for me. Um, yes. Huh. Okay. USA with the USSR. Let's do France. Oh crap. Okay, so this is working. Let me go ahead and transform. Reset, transform. Okay. I'm gonna put the chat like here, I guess. Well, let's do chat sort of up here. Okay. Let me know if the chat is a little too distracting. I understand if it is. But I think pretty much everybody uses that. So I'm gonna put it there. Oh, actually. Okay. Yippee. Make this a different background color. Okay. America. And now I can't find my drawing. And I found it. Okay, so we had a request for France throwing a baguette at Germany. So let's go ahead and do that. Throwing is kind of hard to do, but that's okay. Bum bum bum. All viewers like. Oh yeah, thank you. If everybody likes the stream, that is helpful. Very much so. So thank you. 9 plus 10 is 21. So sorry. It always starts with a circle being way too hard to draw. Okay. Let's see here. 6 or 7. Yeah. 6 or 7. Okie dokie. Yeah, go ahead. That's about right. And this just on the plain background. It's not ideal. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. Never gonna roll. Yes. Is that a Countryball version of Never Gonna Let You Down by Rick Astley? I use GIMP. I'm pretty simple. I mean, I guess people use Microsoft Paint, which is more simple, but GIMP has got less features than like Photoshop. Thank you very much, Lotus Eats Crayons. That is Alpaca does the 3D animations. Okay. Okie dokie. Now then, I actually have the French flag here. But I don't remember which side is the blue. So blue is over on this side. So it'll be like that. And then I also have the German flag. They do have filters on them, but that's okay. About right. And just go ahead and do dark black. Very dark gray. Now then, for the baguette. I'm trying to baguette so many times. Okay. And a little bit of lighter color. And, oh geez. This is going to be probably just lower opacity. And we'll do that. This is your first stream. Very good. Thank you for joining. Actually, let's go ahead and like put some spin on it. France can chuck it like a football. Why not? Okay. And I need this back. I need this. Go here. And this. Covered up. This as well to be covered up. And I need this to be filled in. Okay. Oh, crap. And at what point? At some point, I got rid of the spiral. Well, I guess the spiral's gone forever. Okay. I will have to fix that here in just a second. Okay. Sorry. Wait. Seaborgium. I don't remember. USSA, Cold War. Yes, I will do that next. No worries. Some sort of US versus Soviet Union. And actually, goodness gracious. And there we go. And now for the fun part, which is shadows. Actually, what I need to do is invert this selection, copy, paste. Someone donated to me? Oh, they did? I'm very sorry, I do not see that pop up. Let me see here. Draw tie ball and Brenda Song's school gal outfit. I'm not familiar with what outfit you're talking about, but we'll do. I'll throw Thailand in there. Um, no problem. I know who Brenda Song is. She was on The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and is married to Macaulay Culkin, I believe. And just gotta throw in some shadows here. A sucker for shadows. And those were Hong Kong dollars. I lived in Hong Kong for a while. Very nice. Very nice place. What am I doing here? Shadow. There we go. Hong Kong dollar, one US dollar is 7.5 Hong Kong dollars. So, like, I don't know. Hello, Marble Sphere. How's it going? And hello, Planetball Network. Thank you for coming back. We'll call that good. Okay. Let's see. I can do Thailand pretty quick. And then we'll do US and USSR. We'll do this Thailand pretty quick. I don't really know how to draw. Since when are there stream mods here? Last time I modded Planetball Network, because we had a couple people being very annoying in chat. And I'm familiar with them. They have their own YouTube channel, which is very good. I'm gonna do US and USSR first. And what was it that you were saying? I don't recall. Yes. What you were asking for. Maybe you've said it again. Yippee. Thailand flag. Armenia flag. Those are indeed those flags. Planetball Network special. Okay. I'm actually going to make this a 2-panel comic. Because I actually haven't drawn a comic in a while, but we're actually going to make this into one. Just because I have a decent joke. I say decent, but I know how to draw this as a comic. Uh, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. I'll call that good. It's gonna be silver. ish. And probably just a white background. You should promote him. Yeah, you are probably right. You know what, Marble Sphere, I will. I will go ahead and make you a mod. Let me see here. There we go. Marble Sphere, you've been here a long time. I've known you for a long time. There we go. Let's see here. I need this to be like, yeah, that's about right. Okay. You have pretty privilege. Now then, let's see here. I need this to be like gray and extra gray. Oh, jeez. And then let's go ahead and get this. And just go ahead and make this a little bit lighter, I guess. Okay, now we need like I want to say that the lunar lander was like octagonal, but I don't actually know for certain. And let's get some blue in there. And maybe some red. And some blue. Okay. And we'll do here. You're going to be third. Please help. Actually been drawing flags. Oh, good. Turkmenistan flag is not that easy to draw. So good job. Okay. Now I just need the USSR flag. This is quite funny to me. Sorry if it's not that funny to you. But yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this image. Bass Pro Shop Pyramid. Indeed. Okay, need these colors. And is the USSR flag the yeah, the star's on top. So here's a tip for drawing stars that are just outlines. Just draw a star like you normally would. Actually, it needs to be smaller. Yeah, just draw a star like you normally would, and then erase or draw over the middle parts. Otherwise, you will drive yourself crazy trying to get a good looking star, and when you inevitably mess it up like that, just trace back over it, and then it'll be consistent. Okay, and then for the hammer and sickle, how am I gonna do that? I guess like this. How am I gonna do that? I'm just gonna draw it normally. Classic. And I think it's kind of at the wrong angle, and that's my problem. Yeah, that seems about right. And it's a bit shinier. And grayer. Okay. Okay, so there's a very crude two-panel comic with no dialogue. There we go. The hell Kaiser is saying? I don't know. Draw Senegal chatting to Guinea-Bissau. Okay, do a global run. I haven't played global in a while. I can do global real quick, actually. Yeah, let's do some. Geez, let's do some global here for a second. What flag should you draw? Let's see. The Nepali flag is a good one. You could draw that one. It's got like some geometry stuff to deal with. Put this chat over just a little bit. Let's see here. Let me hopefully switch over seamlessly to global. Hey, that worked. Okay. Let's go ahead and play global. I don't know who Kaiser is. So, what am I supposed to do here? I feel like it's not loaded. Why? Okay. I haven't played this game in a long time. Let's start with Portugal. It is kind of close. So let's do Nigeria. About the same. So Turkey. Red is good, right? India. Is red good or is red bad? Oh, India is warmer. Okay. Vietnam is worse. Saudi Arabia is worse. Maldives is worse. So it doesn't touch India, which rules out a lot of stuff. Russia's can't be it. Tajikistan? Oh, okay. Fun. Bangladesh. Yes. Iran was a good guess as well. Let's see. What? There's also Countryballs, which is another good one. So let's do Argentina. It's warmer, less populated, and to the northeast of Argentina. Most things are north of Argentina. So let's do Nigeria. It's in Africa. It's cooler. Oh, Nigeria was a bad guess because it's so populated. Let's do... it's probably not Benin. It's probably like Mali. Something further northwest than Mali. Even less populated. So could that be... Mauritius? It's still northwest of Mauritius. It's even smaller, so is that like Sao Tome and Principe? I think that's to the south. I don't think that's a good guess. Well, maybe it is. I don't know where Sao Tome and Principe is that well. It's more populated than that, so is it like Senegal? It's just straight north of Senegal. Less popular. Is it like Western Sahara? Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, go ahead and mute Kaiser if you haven't already. I feel like there's another country game. Well, there's Werdle, and that one is like GeoGuessr. Okay, so we got Anthony Bourdain. It's probably California. Eat, shop, Casa. It's in Santa Monica. So, California. Well, that was easy. It says Santa Monica right there. And it was either California or like Florida. But I think these palm trees are only in California. I've never seen them in Florida. Florida has different ones. Yeah, 10 minutes should be okay. Is there another one of these games worth playing? GeoGuessr? We can play a round of GeoGuessr. How about that? Hello, Calf Ball Ukugo. Classic Oceania. I just want to play classic maps. All. Let's play some GeoGuessr. I don't know how to play. That's why I don't like GeoGuessr. Their menu is unnavigable. Like, it drives me insane. Okay, so we're in the US. That was actually a sign over there, but let me just make sure. That sign doesn't mean anything to me. But there is a road sign up here. Well, actually, I don't recognize the license plate. But there's pine trees and non-pine trees. So, American Waste, I'm not familiar with. Everywhere I've ever lived is waste management. Hus. I feel like this sign has something relevant on it. Prescott Lake House with a German spelling. I feel like it's like Vermont, but it's feels southern as well. I don't know. The roads are all right. I don't think it looks like Greece, unless I don't know what Long Lake Estates. Here's a preservation Long Lake Mark Hagen. I don't know who that is. There's no front license plate, which I think is very common in the South. I just saw a map of what states require front and back license plates. Traverse City. Again, I don't know. Pretty much everything out west has front license plates, but that's like the Czech flag, which is weird. Or am I tripping out? That's a Texas flag. This is Texas? That's crazy. Okay, well, it must be up near Carthage, I guess. They got, like, up here in the woodlands. Let's just guess that. Okay, they have a Texas flag in Michigan. Okay. So that's fine. We were in Michigan, basically Canada. Another highway. This is weird. Touristica Zeit. What? That Turistica Zajenčika. I'm gonna guess that's Czech. And we're just gonna wing it. It was Croatian. Okay. Yeah, I'll draw again here in a minute. We'll do a few more minutes of this GeoGuessr. Okay. I'll do like 1 or 2 rounds. I'll go back to drawing. This I don't know. Is that car related? I mean, this could be Australia, the US. Or are we drive? I forgot to check what side of the road. Adopt a highway, ladder control next something miles, DCHS. Department of Children and Health Services. Okay, we're driving on the right. Don't recognize the license plate. They have a front plate, so I'm gonna guess this is like Colorado. Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's like Colorado. It's Montana. That tracks. Gotta go. Okay, Bean Guy. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate it. These are all in the US. No, there was a Croatian one. This also is in the US. We gotta be Sweden. So we'll just toss it in like central Sweden. That was Denmark. Okay. I guess Denmark uses those too. Those like letter symbols. Poland or Finland. It did look like Sweden, but it was Denmark, so basically the same thing. Maybe Sweden looks like Denmark. Yellow front license plates. No, they're not orange. They're yellow. So they're not New York. There's a lady. Let's see, administration, main entrance. The Rumson County. Does that say VA? Oh, day school. I obviously don't know where Rumson County is. Performance, Food service. Not helpful. Rumson County. Again, okay, Wisconsin. Somewhere in Wisconsin. Rumson County. We'll just throw it in the middle of Wisconsin. What? Didn't that say Wisconsin? Okay, we're gonna play again. This will be the last one, and then we'll move back to drawing. Okay. That not helpful. Oh goodness gracious. Okay, let's see if there's any clues around here. Driving on the right. So it's probably the United States. And it looks like desert. The highway's pretty bad. So I'm going to go with Arizona. New Mexico. Okay. Nevada usually looks a little bit nicer. Terrace and Lounge Bar. Bottle Yard. Spa. Inside a mall somewhere. I know Deepak D1. Okay, so are we in like Delhi? Okay. Where is Delhi? That was like over here. Shouldn't it show up? There's New Delhi. Let's guess that. Okay. Got that one right. Are you bad at GeoGuessr? I am bad at GeoGuessr. Ambulancia. So probably Spanish, I guess. Maybe something else. Club Nautico. I mean, it might be straight up Spain. Beefeater, London. Okay. Well, I guess I can check if it's the EU. It is the EU, so I guess it must just be Spain. Oh, it's Almeria. No, kind of where that is. Yeah, it's right here. Bingo, got that one. Okay. Can you add Serbia to the next video? Potentially. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Direktburg. I mean, I assume this is Germany. Where in Germany? I have no idea. Oh, no, it's French. Okay. So is it... I could probably narrow this down to where in France? Well, I don't know France that well. Laboratoire, something. Disons, Île-de-France, Banque des Assurances. L'adresse sans du Marche. I think this is just Paris. These buildings look like Paris. It could be something else, but I'm feeling like it's Paris. Yeah, this is Paris. Just plop it right there in the middle. Okay. Doing much better this one. Araf slow. I don't know what Araf, what language that would be. It might be Welsh. Yeah, it is just Welsh. Wells isn't that big, so we can just throw it in Cardiff and send it. Bingo. That was pretty good. Okay. Did much better than last time. I feel better with that. Now then, let's go back to drawing. How about that? Okay. So, what do we want to draw now? Anybody got any ideas? We already did the US and USSR. Too many S's. We already did that. Serbia. Add Poland on the moon. I think that makes sense. Oh yeah, Senegal. Senegal talking with Burkina Faso. Hmm. Interesting. Pop in and say how much you appreciate your work. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. When new vid? There are 3 videos in production right now. When? I don't know. I wish I had a better answer for you. I am not very quick. Okay, see USA edits YT. Thank you for showing up. Draw Guinea-Bissau. Oh yeah, you said Guinea-Bissau and Senegal. Sure. This is going to be pretty small, but jeez. Okay. Okay, sorry. I was silent there for a minute because I was drawing circles. Okay, I'm back. Hi, Greece. Yes, hi, Greece. Senegal flag. I'm just going to go ahead and grab these colors as I need them. Okay. And yellow. And I need red. Senegal. Guinea-Bissau. I think should just use the same flag colors. No. I mean, it should, right? The Pan-African colors. So we'll just call that good. And this little guy up here having, I gotta open up like a bunch of tabs for getting the colors of these flags. Da, da, da. And do that. Now I need like a bright pink to do the eyes. Okay. Let's see here. Ba, 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 ba. Let's go ahead and that this also needs to be Gabarito. And also this should and we'll just and we'll also do this and italicize. Okay. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. Let me actually. I just realized that Guinea-Bissau is also GB, like Great Britain. Which is doesn't matter, but it's kind of funny. Let me. Go ahead and get some shadows up in here. And this one, you draw Israel standing on Palestine. I'm gonna stay away from that for the time being. And nope. Okay. We're not getting political. Okay. There you go. Senegal, like your username. But there's your Senegal, Senegal, Guinea-Bissau, and I threw Gambia in there for free. So what else? UK with its territories. That would be fun, but those flags are very annoying to draw. So we can do that, but maybe something else. So let's see here. What other ideas do you got, chat? I like the way that these have turned out so far. All non-rectangular flags sitting in a circle playing cards. There's only 3 that come to mind: Nepal, Ohio, and there was another one that I forget. What's the other one that I had another one immediately pop into mind, but I don't remember it. Kazakhstan is rectangular. What other flag was it? It's another pointy one. Venice has a non... Yeah, we can throw... Let's throw Monaco on top of France. We can do that. While we're thinking of other things to draw. It's easy to throw on extra little bits onto existing drawings. Okay. And let's see here. Fill that in. Fill that in. And this isn't the flag. This is just a placeholder color for these sunglasses. And I'll make them dark gray. Probably make these lenses black. I always depict Monaco wearing sunglasses. I need the color. It's flag so that I get the right one. Do that. Let's just do that. Okay, there we go. Make the non-ball squad. Actually, just go ahead and color this up a little bit. There we go. Egypt is pointy. Okay, let's do non-ball squad. We can do that. I gotta move some stuff around, so give me a second here. This will just take a second. Gotta stay organized, you know. Let me go ahead and get this. And this. Okay. I'm gonna throw these guys down here. And then we'll do, let's do the non-ball squad. Singapore, that's the other one. Thank you. I knew there was a pointy one. Okay. So, okay. This will be fun. Okay. Sorry, this... No, I keep drawing these so diagonal, which is the problem that I'm trying to avoid. Is that okay? Yeah, that's not okay. No. Problem is also that the front side needs to be more curved than the... Oh, okay, that worked. I can fix this. I can fix this. And I'm once again trying out the background, but whatever. We will call that fine. Okay. So now then. Yes, you can do a second request, but this one is going to take a while, so don't just spam chat because it will get pushed back and I probably won't remember it. So just hold tight and it'll okay. So that worked. This has got to be darker in color. This can be like this. Okay, so that's about right. Not me trying to draw a table. It's not a good idea. But, you know, whatever. Chair needs to be bigger. Does it? No, chair needs to be at this angle. And there we go. Is that right? Is that about right? Maybe? God, that looks awful. Okay, we'll just call this okay. Okay, and we're just gonna we'll call that okay. Rest in peace, Poland strawberries. Very true. Very true indeed. Okay, so let's see here. We need some non-rectangular flags. I think that's a little tall. A little tall for Nepal. That's fine. Okay. We'll throw Ohio in here next to them, and we'll throw Singapore. There should be another one. I know of some historical ones. Is there another good non-rectangular flag? Yeah, Israel. We can throw Israel in. Actually, Israel needs to be their cube. Yeah, Chile is a sausage. Okay, we'll call that good for Israel. Jeez. Okay, so there's those guys. Okay, now then. Let me fill this in a little bit. That's actually okay. Go here. And oh, jeez. Let's go ahead and draw eyes real quick. I draw Ohio like that. Angry Singapore, maybe. I also find it funny that Israel can't quite see over the table. Okay, and call that good. Call that good. And oh wait, nope. This is why I needed to do that way. Okay. Make Israel serious. I think it's funnier if they can't see over the table. And Singapore is a very serious country in general. Okay, so we'll call that about right. Now let me do the flags here in just a second. Okay, so Singapore will be first. They'll be, I don't know, none of these are particularly hard, to be honest, which is good. Singapore can actually probably be entirely red top. But let me go ahead and get this, and then I have a few stars. Well, stars need to be smaller. Okay. Okay. And one more. Okay. Yeah, Singapore's not too bad. Ohio's not that bad. Especially given how many times I've drawn it. I am very familiar with Ohio's flag. And know just how to draw it. Okay. Actually, I need that smaller. Crazy. And go. Now for the stars, I'm gonna do them real tiny so that I don't have to worry about how they look. They'll actually look better than a lot of times that I've drawn it, just because the stars actually all point towards the center of the circle, which, you know, makes it easy to remember which way they point. Some flags, it's hard to remember which way they point. The stars. Like, usually they just point up, but not always. I'm actually just going to draw Nepal's flag like this. I've never thought about it, but it does make sense to just draw it. Just have the outline be the color. I actually like that. Don't know why I never thought about that. There's some other flags that would work with too, like what's the country south of India? Sri Lanka. Yeah. And, ooh, good. All I need is a couple little spikes. And it gives you the idea that there is that other part of the flag there. And now for the Israeli flag. Now the Israeli flag is rectangular in real life, but it's not represented by a country ball. So I guess we're doing a little bit of a mix, which is okay. Now then, to do that. And that. And I don't actually need to do the start date. Brilliant. Okay, timeout Senegal. Yeah, Senegal, be chill. I actually really like how Nepal has turned out here. It is pretty cute. I'm actually gonna... It's even cuter that the teeth are like on the table. Ha 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 ha. I am a big lover of cute country balls. A bigger fan you will never meet. So there's that. Ohio needs that teeth too. Not too many. Not red teeth. Okay, now then we need like, I don't know, I picture like kind of green carpet. I have no idea why. Oh, it's because of that one like painting. And we'll just call that about right. And okay. Make the 13 colonies and make England putting its flag down on the colonies. How come no one ever goes to VC in the Discord? Well, I guess that's a good question. I used to do some music stuff there. But I guess usually just most people aren't around. How's that? How's that look? Welcome back, Calf Baluk Go. Okay. Just gonna get a darker. Just need some lower threshold. Okay. Also, do you do the requests made on the Discord after the stream, or you just ignored? Well, I haven't had. I've only done like 4 drawings so far, so it's not so much that you've been ignored. It's just that there are more requests than I make. Let's see here. Those are kind of complicated. I apologize. Um, but we'll see here. What did Senegal say, please? You also want those balls to be drawn? Um, I don't know what you're asking for, Senegal. Do Polandball on a Pokemon card. Actually, I really like that idea. The entertain on YouTube. I really like that idea. So we are going to do that. um, so let's see here. Let's see. A Countryball trading card game would be pretty fun. I think. Make the West African countries even on get revenge on France. It is not a bad idea. I will keep that one in mind. So let's see here. Also, if you want something to be drawn, if you have a really good idea, then that's also a way to get it chosen. Like this Countryball Polandball Countryball card is a really good one. So I'm gonna do like a basic. I'm gonna do like a basic type card, which is, well, I don't know. Let's do basic colors. If anybody has a country that they think would be good on a Pokemon card, let me know, because I haven't thought of what it is yet. Okay. You can make East Germany. East Germany. Let's see here. This is gonna need to be basic. Okay. Also gonna need a type. There's a lot of stuff actually. To consider here. This is fun. I like this idea. Thank you for the entertain on YouTube. Make it a plant type since it sits on European plants. Hey, welcome, Alenka. Grass type. Okay. What do we think here? Okay, there's also going to need to be this here. It's going to have to be I'm doing like a real card. It's gonna have all of this stuff on it. You know what I mean? And now I can't draw parallel lines. Parallel lines are not easy. That'll do. And this need to be sort of this color on the inside. Yeah. Okay. Draw Dora mentioned again. Tom Holstein's is Andorra would be good on a Pokemon card. I like Andorra. We're gonna do Andorra. Yes. I like Andorra more than Poland. So we're gonna do Andorra. Okay. And Andorra is obviously a fighting type. Because in the games it would be a rock type, but in the cards you don't have rock type. You have fighting type. So let's see here. It's gonna need to be like this. And sort of like this. Oh, how's it gonna go? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Probably made it a little bit too thick on the lines there. Okay, we'll call that good. Now then. Fighting type cards are like orange-ish. And they're like yellow around the edges. Okay. And let's see here. Hello, Custroy. Now then. Flag of Andorra is a little bit complicated, but that's okay. That's okay. We can do complicated flags sometimes. I'm gonna go ahead. Put it over here. So what is this? Make a video about the Cold War. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure what that would be over, but it's definitely a possibility. Probably over something more specific than that. There's a few topics about the Cold War that I like. So let's see here. Gonna need hello Jod Java. I apologize for not knowing how to pronounce your name. Don't know what language that is. Let's see here. Oh, now that is a good circle. Goodness gracious. Am I happy with that or what? Okay, so let me see here. Need some sort of action to be going on. Fighting type cards are often, you know, fighting. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. I'm going with the ball first because I have like a general idea of how I want it to look, but I'm not 100% sure. So just gonna do that first. Okay. Let's see here. Lanka. Wait, not the Cold War, World War II. You should make a video about World War II, and you bring all the countries that fight in the war. It's like a movie, basically. It starts about the wars, what happened. Yes. I mean, that would be like an animation type thing. Okay, let me see here. Which, that is not a bad idea. So, I'm gonna cover up this beautiful ball. I'm going to pulse here. Okay. So now then, let's go ahead and drop that out. That out. Okay, that's not too bad. Now we'll put this in here. Throw this in here. And get some gray. This needs to be like darker. Not that dark. And this will be like this, I guess. Okay. I'll stop if you leave me alone. What? At the end of the animation, you should make the OST. I don't know the Ostdeutschland meme. I'm sorry to say. I need like a sky blue. No? I need like a sky blue, and I'm gonna need some dark green. And maybe some Not so dark green. Need that. And I need to brighten it up a bit. And call that. All right. And call that some towers. Why not? If you draw a Poland card, can make grass type. Yeah, Poland would be grass type, I think. I think you're pretty right on that. Okay, now then, let me draw. What am I gonna do here for this? Okay. This isn't just art. Draw Hungary and Lithuania. Hungary and Lithuania, what do they have to do with each other? I don't know. Okay. And oh, yeah, I'm not gonna bother. Sometimes you just gotta not bother with multiple colors. They can be an absolute pain. Okay, and now this and this and this and this. That's about right. Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm in fact gonna have to do it like this. You're back. Please draw Czechia eat cookie. I've drawn something eating a cookie before. I don't remember what. Or why. What did I draw eating a cookie? I don't know. I'm just gonna draw some happy little cows here. And then it's gonna have to be white. Reminds me of Greyjoys. But I think it's the Pope hat. Okay. And see here. Okay, there's some Andorra. And we'll go ahead and Just gonna go ahead. No. No. I'm going to change this to darker, but it's going to take a minute. And this is going to be like and that needs to be okay. I also want this is fun. I like this. Again, whoever came up with this idea, I'm a big fan. I'm just going to make it covered in a little bit of vines. Okay, just ban him. Okay, I will ignore that. By the way, you were the one who suggested this idea, albeit with Poland instead of Andorra. Yes, thank you very much for the idea. I have changed it a bit, but maybe someday we'll do another Pokemon card. Okay. You go ahead and draw some clouds. Yeah. Oh. Right, okay. So now I need we will look at Czechoslovakia in a bit. I need okay, so I need one. Let's say number, I don't know, 50. They were like pretty early in the UN, so let's, I have no idea. I'm just giving a random number. 59. Actually, what's their country code? Door country code for phones, 376. Let's just say number 376. Okay. This actually needs to be wider. So say number 376. And this is the, we'll call this the mountain Pokemon or the mountain Countryball. And then what is Andorra's population? We'll call this 85. Now, let's see. Say area. In kilometers squared. We'll say 468 kilometers squared. And what do we need now? We're gonna need the name. I don't really, I guess. Okay, so there's Andorra. So now we gotta deal with the attacks. We'll call this. You said sequence of 2 numbers. No, someone's crashing out. Okay. Yeah, I don't know those jokes. Yeah. I'll just leave it at that. I don't really know what's going on. Okay. French West Africa getting revenge on France. What is French West Africa? Is that Ivory Coast? Côte d'Ivoire? Okay, what are the attacks gonna be? This is gonna be like I don't know. Fortify. This will be like raise defense plus 20, and then landslide. Let's see here. Flip. Flip 6 coins. This attack does This attack does 20 damage for each hit. Okay, and it's probably gonna be like I don't know, 1 regular energy, and then everything else is gonna be standard energies. Right? That seems most fair. And I'm also just gonna make them into stars. I don't want to draw the pointy six-sided, whatever, eight, I don't even know how many sides there are on those other ones. Okay. I actually don't, I know that Landslide is a Pokemon attack. I don't know if Fortify is. I think it is. Whatever. And then this will need to be like okay. That seems about right. Let me go ahead and add some. Just go ahead and add some shadows. And call that 70. And just go ahead and push down. And fill those in. Okay, there's, well, let's get this other color of. Also gonna need to fill these in. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, and actually I want this to be like a more orange. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, everybody calm down in the chat. Don't need to be doing whatever you're doing. Okay. Let's see here. What else do we want to draw? There were some OCs, which that I don't know. Actually, to give me a break just a little bit, we're going to play some GeoGuessr. Just because I need a break from drawing for a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this. I'll also be able to look at chat a little bit more. Okay. What do we think here? I mean, it's European. We're in the EU. These polls, I think, are like... I think they're like Lithuanian, maybe? I think. They might be French. I really don't remember. I know I'm supposed... I think they're either Lithuanian, Hungarian, or French. So let's see what text this is. That is French. Okay. So somewhere in France, it was just Paris. Okay. Your mom's making pancakes. That's nice. I love pancakes. More of a waffles guy, but still. It's basically the same thing. Abbott's View. So this has got to be England, is what I'm thinking. Burton by Lincoln. Yeah, I don't know where that is. This could be Wales, but I'm just gonna guess it's like England. I was spot on. That was just a guess. Oh, geez, I dropped it right by Lincoln. Hilarious. Okay. You bought sushi. Nice. This feels like either the US or maybe, I was gonna say Mexico. It's a little bit too... Actually, it's not too anything for Mexico. This just have to be like kind of southern. Kiosco? Is that Spanish for kiosk? Pizza Planet. Los Immortales. I mean, that's Spanish. This could still be the US. I think it's... Where would this be in Mexico? Oh, it could be Argentina. It could very well be Argentina. Because it looks too cold. That's the problem with Mexico. I don't know... Yeah, I don't know where in Mexico it would have to be. Taekwondo Federation, something.com, Zumba. There's no website. Or there is, but it's .com. Zapata, Centro de Monitoreo. Monitoreo. Hotmail.com. 15. Don't recognize that. Could be Mexico. What do people think? Not now. Asian Taekwondo is Asian. But everything else is just in Spanish. So that's a mascot rental place. Freddy Five Bear. Also, I know basically everything about Five Nights at Freddy's. So if you have any FNAF questions, just let me know. I'm thinking Argentina. I think I'm just going to have to send it as Argentina. Well, that palm tree. That's a very Argentinian car. That car looks very much like it would be in Argentina. It's so gloomy. Oh, there's a good sign. That's like that. That's got to be their soccer team. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's an Argentinian flag. So I'm going to go with just like outside Buenos Aires. Yeah, it's just Buenos Aires. So that is the Thai flag. I wonder if this says anything important. Queen Sirkit. So I'm guessing this is just by Bangkok. Yeah. Neato. This looks like the US. Arlington Place, Kingston. Kingston and Belleville. I don't know where Kingston and Bellevue are. They're not. KLC Cottage, Limestone Therapies. Is there a Kingston? Virginia? That's a car lot. They usually have state flags. China with tofu? You're not say in Czechia. I don't think that it is. Fred Evans, Lower Court, Arlington. I mean, there's Arlington, Virginia, but I doubt that. I mean, I'm positive this isn't Arlington, but I don't know. Kingston. Popeyes. Oh, that's Rio Can. So is this in Canada? Oh, this is in Canada. Okay. Well, I think that there is a Kingston near Toronto. Yes, right up here. Okay, well, that narrowed it down. That was not bad. That's pretty good. Czechoslovakia not play Game C World. We will. We'll do one more round, and then just because my hand needs a break from drawing. This has got to be. Is this Japan or is it Taiwan? It is Taiwan. So that means it's probably like over here-ish. It's further south. That is okay. But yeah, I'll do Czechoslovakia here in a little bit. Although I've drawn them a few times. So we'll have to do something new. So get some ideas about what what Czechia could be doing. I've not been paying attention enough. So Medico, Homeopata. Okay, so it's phone code 55. So we're not in Argentina. I just saw a flag. Might. Yeah, there's the flag. What flag is that? That's just Mexico. Isn't it? I think that's just Mexico. So we'll just go with Mexico City. Easy peasy. Okay. French West Africa getting revenge on France. Getting revenge on France is a little vague. What's this? I have no idea. Is it like Thailand or something? Okay, so that is that Bangladeshi? We'll guess Bangladesh. It was India. Okay. Yeah, don't tell people to learn English. That's very annoying. Just a very rude thing to say. Especially when they're typing in perfectly understandable English. Marina and Norfolk. More US flags. Bunch of US flags. So where do they have US flags and not state flags? States that have bad flags. So is this Florida? Also a lot of transplants. So actually, this is tropical, and that is a New York plate. So I think it's Florida. And somebody's just driven down here from New York. It was just in New York. Okay, well, never mind then. The other license plates I saw were not New York. That's why I didn't assume that it was New York. Wataha. That looks Czech. It's Polish. Oopsie daisy. View results. Okay. Not that bad. Okay. Check for signs. More way. Okay, now then, what were we talking about here? We're talking about something here. I said Czechia was going to be next. Yes. Abbreviations are fine. Don't get upset about abbreviations. I'm gonna move this down here. Nobody wants to type the whole thing every time. Like LOL. Nobody types laugh out loud. Non-rectangles. Sorry, I'm having to move some stuff around here just to have room. So let's draw Czechia. And did we think about what Czech can do? Senegal, we'll draw yours. We'll add something next. Okay. So don't get too frustrated. Okay. So how about, I don't really know. Sorry, I'm being quiet. I'm trying to draw round shapes, and they are very taxing. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's okay. No, it's not. I almost thought so. Then I looked at it. Okay, so there's that. And that. Okay. Okay. So draw, yeah, you don't need to spam. I saw your message. We'll deal with what we're gonna draw next. Okay. Here once I've drawn this. So don't worry about it. Okie dokie. And you just ignore their messages. I mean, if they keep if you keep messaging, eventually I'll get annoyed, and once that happens, you might get like muted for a bit. So do so at your own risk. Okay. So actually, let me go ahead and get some green here. And I've got to do that. And let's see here. Just fill this whole thing in with red. And then do some blue. And then do some, I guess, white. Yes. That works. And then gotta do a couple of these bad boys. And yes, that is about right. And by about right, I mean desperately in need of some trimming. But it is what it is. Okay, and that should do. Oh, geez. And we'll go ahead and do that. Gosh, dang it. Hopefully that is good enough for Czechia for you. Oh, actually, I messed up. That needs to be white. There we go. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. And do that. I'm gonna need to do some shadow shenanigans. And there we go. Okay. Okay, why in chat one guy, oh, played the communist anthem? I don't think there was a communist anthem. Okay, so there's Czechia. Actually, I need to... Okay, there's some shadow. Sir, you only see white, do you? Oh geez, I'm so sorry. I have not shown what I was drawing this whole time. Yeah, I just drew Czechia. So sorry, that was my fault. Yeah, so I drew the whole thing. So there's that. Okay, so we're gonna mute you, and you don't get China drawn with a dragon, even though I very well might have if you didn't spam it. Okay. Yes. So there is that. Kind of filling up the whole thing. I drew some big ones. So let's see here. Trying to think. Okay, so what am I gotta figure out where some stuff is. There's Andorra. Okay. Maybe go ahead. I have to move this down here. Why in the world? Oh, I get it. Silly me. Okay. Okay, so there's that. Let's go down there. Okay. I like to do on one page as much as I can. So let me see here. You want French West Africa. I'm not going to draw the USSR breaking apart. I have actually drawn that before. My favorite flag is probably Nepal. What is French West Africa? See, the confusing thing about that is that it's all the French flag. So, do you have something different? That's a lot of flags. In fact. Draw your country ball. I don't know. I don't have any ideas coming to mind immediately. I'm sorry to say. Dude, Gatenerd, what the... Well, I gotta have an idea of what to draw. You know what I mean? Golden Gate, very funny. So let's see here. And like revenge, I'm trying to think what that would entail. Draw Prussia. That I also don't have a good idea for. I have drawn Prussia before. Imagine big countries playing sports with micro countries and using the micro countries for the sports balls. That is funny. Disrespectful. Draw the Craiova group. I don't know what that means. Start a new page. I'll start a new page when I need to. But yeah, calm down. Let's see here. Craiova group is interesting. Okay. What are they doing here? What do they do together? Telecom. Ah, yeah, very sexy. Telecom. World Cup. Oh, a joint bid for the World Cup is a good idea. Interesting. Draw only some of the countries. Well, I can draw them. It's just I don't know what to draw them doing. You know what I mean? That's the problem. So let's see here. I'll try. But then I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have some other stuff to do. Robbing a bank. The Christmas Island flag? I know you're saying getting revenge, but getting revenge in what, by what mechanism? You know what I mean? That's not very specific. Like, getting revenge could be like writing a strongly worded letter to the UN or making them slip on a banana peel. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Not the flags are pretty easy. It's just revenge is a pretty, like, chasing them. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you're just asking for like flags to be drawn, which, you know, is fine, but I don't know. What else do we got here? Senegal. Operation Megan. Okay. Let's Christmas Island and that other one arguing with Australia. See, arguing is another one that's like I don't know. Cocos Island. Okay, yeah. Cocos Island. Why is this not? Okay, there we go. Okay. You're starting to get really pissed. You already got one of your ideas drawn, one of your requests. There's no need to get upset. Let's see here. I like the, okay, yeah. I think I know what I'm going to draw here. And it's kind of a... I'm going to draw it behind this because I think it looks kind of cool. To draw it like this. Plus I don't have to worry too much. Okay. Okay. Very silly and weird ideas. That is good. Okay. white. Probably shorter. And that'll be okay. And this. Just do that. That's fine. Okay. And we'll also need the net. It's a ping pong table, by the way. I feel like it's not that bad of a drawing. Should be relatively clear what I'm going for. And what we do here, probably just a dark line. And let's see here. That's so old, enter. Can you also add Australia with a gun shooting Papua New Guinea? That is probably going to have to wait for a future stream. I apologize. We're doing the... I don't know whose idea it was, but I think it was a good one. Using small countries as, like, balls in sports. That's a... See how that's, like, more of a... I don't know. There's more detail to it. To that idea. That makes it more likely to draw. You know what I mean? And then go. Having such a hard time with this one. No, it needs to go over here. Doesn't look very good. Any other direction? Okay. And angrier, I guess. And call that out. Goodness gracious. Okay. The bottom star is hard. I recommend you start with a circle and then add spikes to the circle. But now I don't know. That's it. Okay. Okay. And paddle over here. Yes. Is your request on the next page? Yeah, your request is drawn on the other page. What am I drawing? Ping pong. um, Ping pong. We love ping pong. And this will be like, I don't know, blue or something. No, it can't be blue. Orange, I guess. I don't know. What color are ping pong paddles? Let's see here. Actually, I'm going to put this. Actually, I gotta go there because I screwed that up. Okay, and okay. That. Let's do that. Sometimes it's a pain to draw eyes, but that, and I'm just gonna draw a quick and dirty top hat. This is the UK. There was no way for you to guess that until now, but it is the UK this whole time. We'll do that, yes. And just cover that. Yeah, it needs to be, outline needs to be darker. And we'll do that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the chat's kind of gone off the rails. I apologize. People get upset when they don't have their requests drawn, which is, you know, I guess kind of fair. I wouldn't, but who am I? Who am I to judge? So let's go ahead and draw UK flag here. UK flag is always a fun one to draw. By fun, I mean awful. Probably my least favorite flag to draw. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, probably my least favorite. I also don't like drawing the American flag. That doesn't say I think they're bad flags, it's just I don't like drawing them. And I have drawn them many times. So my opinion of it is very strong. There's other flags that are a huge pain to draw, even more of a pain than like the UK, but I've drawn them very infrequently, and so they're not that big of a deal. And that'll do. And let's see here. Yes, lazy for drawing something that you didn't want. You know, fair. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. And probably gonna be just some points there. I don't know. Let's see. It's just red stripes with 50 stars. Yeah, it's red stripes and 50 stars, but getting the stripes the right distance apart is really the annoying part of it. It's getting it to look good. That's the problem. Not so much, like, every element of it is pretty simple. But together, it's a bit of a pain. And now I'm drawing. Should be able to know what flag this is by now. Those of you who are good with flags, at least. I feel like it's not that hard. That'll do, I guess. I don't know. This is not. It's not a very good drawing of it, but that's okay. I should have just drawn this straight up, but whatever. I've done what I've done. And also, before I forget, I need to draw the UK's monocle. There we go. Now I need to just do shadows. I can do blue shadows, I guess. Delightful. Stupid. Yeah. It's Countryballs. It's meant to be kind of stupid. You know? That's what makes it so fun. Just need that. Yes. And there's that shadow. And we'll call that good. And we'll just go ahead and maybe this be smaller. Okay. Yes. You said what 10,000 times? It's in the desk. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, we use Blender. And some other, there's some other ones in there, other animation things. But for the most part, that is what we use. Okay, so that is all that I've got time for today. I appreciate everybody coming around. As usual, I will be posting this image into the Discord. And you can see it there. I appreciate everybody coming by, saying hello. And I will see you in the next live stream. Adios, everybody.